I know what I'm going to be making on Thanksgiving. This is going to be my appetizer because it's so cute and it's so perfectly themed for the season. To start making our cheese ball, here I have 16 ounces of cream cheese and I let it soften to room temperature. And to it, I'm going to add in some spices. So here, this is optional, but if you like a little kick, I like adding in a 1/4 teaspoon of hot chili flakes, just to add a little bit of spiciness to it. And I'm also adding in 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. White pepper adds a really good flavor to this. And because we need to make it healthy and have a little green in there, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of chives. And now, because we don't have enough cheese, I have more cheese. This is about 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And we can just add all this in. Wow, the bugs are out today. They want some cheese too. Okay, I'm gonna take out my ring. And you can either use a spatula or you can get in there with your hands. I recently just washed my hands. They are clean, and I'm going to get in there and mix it all together. I honestly love cheese. Charcuterie boards are one of my favorite things to set out when I'm having people over. But if you want something a little fancier, wild, and a little different, I love making a cheese ball like this. And if you want another cheese ball recipe, I have a pumpkin cheese ball recipe up on YouTube as well. And I just remembered I didn't add salt and pepper to it. Okay, now that I've remembered to add some salt and pepper to my cheese ball, I'm going to do a little taste test to make sure the flavor's all there. Very good. I'll take a little bit more just to make sure. So to shape our cheese ball, I just have some plastic wrap, and I'm going to start with doing the head of our turkey. So this is just like a pretty hefty tablespoon. And I'm going to roll this into a nice circular ball. And you don't want the head to be too big, just like so. And now I can pop this in my plastic wrap it up. And now for our body, all the cheese, I'm just going to shape this into a nice big circle. Give it a little smack. And now we can just wrap this up and pop it in our fridge. And during this time, I'm going to chop up my walnuts and bring out all my next ingredients to decorate our turkey. Now that our cheese balls are done hanging out in the fridge, I brought them back out and I'm just going to roll them in our chopped walnuts. And as you can see, it sticks pretty well. For our head, I'm not going to roll all of it in it. I'm going to save a little space where I'm going to put my eyeballs as well as my nose. Now I have these cute little eyeballs that I'm going to use for our turkey's eyes, and I can just press them in. They will stay because this is cheese and it easily presses in. I took a little piece of bell pepper to be the nose and I cut it into a triangle shape, and we can just press this in. And here we have our turkey's little head, and I can cover up the little top of the head, some extra walnut. To make our turkey's neck, I have these thick pretzels. I'm not going to use a whole one because that would be a very long neck. So I'm going to use one. I cut it about this height so I can just stick this into the head of my turkey like so. And now I can place this into my cheese ball.
To make our turkey's feathers, I use pecans and an assortment of pretzels. But as this is your own turkey, you can get creative and use whatever you want.
And the last thing, this is optional, but you can add a feather on top. My favorite time is actually getting to try our cheese ball. I'm a little upset because I don't want to mess it up. It's so cute. So I'm going to take a little part of its butt back here. That's so good. It's so flavorful. And I also like the walnuts because it adds like a crunchy texture to it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy your cheese ball.